Okay, friends, new Goblin summon is over here, portal is here, which means there are new heroes in the game that have been introduced this morning. And that's the European time. So, morning, it would be very early morning and maybe night at certain places. So, the first thing is I would like to speak about this double chance bonus. Whenever you summon a legendary goblin, you get a second different legendary goblin for free. Now, this is really cool. When I did summons in beta, it took me 600 summons to get my first and the only legendary goblin from the summons. And obviously, the second one popped. So that is really amazing. If you're doing individual, then they will pop one after another. If you're doing a 10, then you will get that, and your 10 will get over, and then you'll get the 11th as that legendary. If you have a hero of the month, then you'll get the hero of the month first, and then you'll get the additional one. Now, having said that, let's also look at the odds. So the odds are 56, 20, and 1.6. So that's roughly about 70, 78, 79% is dedicated to the classic heroes. Then the rare event is 14.2, epic one is 5.7, so they will keep popping up fairly regularly. Then the legendary event is 0.5. And obviously it's the same repetition. Legendary featured ones are 0.4. So that's that, and then you have hero of the month. So just wanted to caution this before I speak about the heroes. Let's start with Smarttongue. That's a green, obviously nature legendary, ranger class. By the way, these heroes are very unique and interesting. So new design is being developed. Then you have the Goblin family bonus for 1, 2, 3 heroes. Each time this hero takes a damage from an enemy's special skill, removes 30, 60, or 100% of the boosted health from all enemies. So you give a whack, there is a good chance of you losing your boosted health. Now, how important was boosted health at a time? Now, boosted health is a massive liability. So you go to attack a goblin without a boosted health hero. So people wanted Aramis to be nerfed, right? So yeah, his damage has not been nerfed, but that boosted health is being boom. And there are tons of heroes that have shown up, quite a few, who are messing around with the boosted health. So there you go. Let's go to this. So there is a passive, 30% chance to perform the following. Deals 70% damage to all enemies. I think that's become a standard now. All enemies get minus 25 accuracy for 3 turns. That is a pain in the ass thing. So that is minus 25 would be part of the special. It's now part of the passive. Obviously, when the hero casts the special skill, that's when this happens. Let's go into the stats. So 908 attack, 949 defense, and 1668 is health. All 3 as a combo top. Goblin Serenade at average speed. All enemies get minus 250 attack. Now, what does this mean? This was the fun part. So there are these buff-giving heroes like attack up and this and that. You know, Gazelle is so famous for her attack up of plus 100% if you're using the regular one, or plus 110% if you're using the costume one. On the attack stats of 908, if Gazelle fires, then you have another 908, so it becomes 1816 attack. This minus 25 to all enemy, minus 250 to all enemies means on this 908, there'll be a minus 250. That's what this means. Wither, all enemies. Let's read this. Modified ability scores remain even if the character is defeated. So even if Smarttongue dies, but this ailment has been given, it will stay. Modified ability scores can't be removed with dispels or cleansed out because they are not that kind of an ailment. They are an ailment that has been placed on top of the stats. I think some hero will come that can cleanse it in future. Additional wither and growth effects modify the ability scores further. So if Smarttongue fires the second time, the first, it stacks. So 250 will stack and it becomes minus 500. Now, when it says wither growth and wither and growth. So this is wither means it reduces. Growth is, there could be a plus 250. So there's an addition. The ability scores can be increased to a maximum of 170% of their original value. So it will obviously, if so, it's 908, it can go up to maximum 70%. So 70% would be 560. It's 567. So, right? Yeah. 7. Fuck, that's oh, fuck. No, it'll be 630. So 70. So yeah, so that'll, it can go up to a maximum of 630 additions. So that's 1538 or 40, something like that. Ability scores can't be reduced to lower than 30%. So it's like that max boosted health kind of a thing. It cannot be reduced. So minus 250 can keep reducing, but it will get capped the moment it reaches 30% of this, which will be roughly around 300 odd. Other buffs and debuffs are applied to modified ability scores. So if suppose the ability score is growth, so there is plus 600 on top of the 908 attack. So if Gazelle fires, it'll add up to that particular score. This effect is less effective against monsters and titans. Okay. Because against monsters and titans, it'll be insane mayhem because their attack stats are very, very high and their health stats are also very, very high. So wither and growth would be like a nightmare. So is less effective. So there is some kind of a mechanics that has been capped. Now let's go forward. So first portion is withers, all enemies get minus 250 attack. Then reduces max health of all enemies by 600. So attack is reduced and then max health is reduced by 600. All enemies get minus 45 defense against special skills. That is self-explanatory. So that's Smarttongue for you. Very interesting support hero. That's that. Let's go into the second one. Deadboot. Rogue. Let me say this before it's pointed out. She's a ranger. So he's a dodgy fellow. Dark legendary. We know what this does by now. We also know what this does. Going into the stats. So 964 attack, 898 defense, and 1621 is health. Unhallowed spirits at very fast speed. Remember, this is very fast. Lifts all dispellable status effect buffs from the target and randomly distributes them on allies. So he's a mini Harrer, but at very fast speed. Deals 375 damage to the target. Excuse me. Deals additional 50% damage per transferred status effect buff up to 625% damage in total, which means to reach 625 has to pick up 5 buffs. Wow. Wither, the target gets 160 defense, which means reduce. Wither is reduced, so wither away. So reduce away. So this is what will reduce each time Deadboot fires. So it'll be minus 160 loaded on top of 898. Second time he fires, it'll be minus 320 and minus 480, and we'll get capped at 170% of. No, that is for the growth. So reduction, it'll get capped at 30% of this. So let's take, it's 900, so 30% of that is roughly around 270 or 80 something. So it'll get capped at that. It won't go. So then this will stop working. It's explained over here, so you can read that. So that's Deadboot. Very fast, very good sniper. Conditionally, he becomes excellent sniper, and he's a dispeller, so fucking very fast dispeller. Onyx gets a nice buddy. Onyx still has an interesting advantage of creating immunity from future buffs for a certain number of turns, depending on which level you fire him at. Back in. Let's look at Kettle, a legendary blue ice fellow. He's a cleric, and we know what the benefits of cleric talent are. I'm not going to repeat it because I have spoken about it in one of the earlier videos. Just kidding. We know what this does. We also know by now what this does. So 949 attack, 900 defense, and 1652. So all the stats of the previous two and this one is excellent in tune with the current thing. Dubious cuisine. Man, he's going to be really messing around. At slow speed. Exquisite food. So he has got 3 options. We get a slow speed Goblin family distant cousin of, no, I should say just cousin, because he looks as weird. No, Rumple's graphics are goblinish, so a goblin buddy comes in over here. So cook random food for a special effect. Exquisite food recovers 50% health for all allies, and there is a growth. All allies get 280 damage. 280 defense, which means 900 will get 280 added and go up to a maximum 170% of 900. So 70% more, 630 more. Second option is rotten food, deals 350% damage to all enemies. All enemies receive 965 poison damage over 5 turns. Catastrophic kitchen failure deals 100% damage to all allies and all enemies. Oh, weirdo. So that's Kettle. So here we have understood what growth means very clearly, explained over here again. And growth is an addition of the numbers, and wither is the reduction of the specific numbers. So here is defense. It'll keep adding 280 till I think 2 times it'll add. And that almost reaches 630. The third one will just pick up the balance and then cap it there. So that's that. Let's go out and come back again. Back, we have Darkfeather. Okay. No, I knew. There were 2 fellows. So Darkfeather is a dark legendary druid. He can call a strong minion. Family bonus, we know. Passive, we know. Fuck, that's a damn good passive. Blinding, though the percentage is less. 906 attack, 943 defense, and 1680 health. All good. Eagle's Blessing at average speed. Recovers 25% health for all allies. Then there is a growth. All allies get 125 attack and 125 defense, which means 906 will receive a plus 25, so it becomes 1031. And 125 will add also to defense, so that'll become 25, so 78, 1078. So and keep adding up till there is this gap at 170%. All allies get 50% chance to deal 270% damage to a random enemy after any subsequent allied special skill is cast for 3 turns. So Hippo gets An overpowered buddy. Yeah, of course, he's average speed, so one can claim that, but all allies have 50% chance. So that's the cap, that's the balancing factor. There's a 50% chance, but we know the 50% chance is around 70 and 80%. From our experience of that fucker called Khufu, who basically is at 100% with his passive damage. So yeah, all allies have 50% chance to deal 270 damage to a random enemy. There is another one, I think, the blue chick who also activates this. So, allies just go hammer and tongs. So even if two allies whack, and we know also what Mother Knot does. When she does 50% revival, it's 50% for each fucker, which means all the five fellows, sorry, all the three or all the four at times get revived together. So basically, there could be a situation of the four allies all giving one back also, which will end the hit. So yeah, it's crazy time. This fellow is going to be chased like crazy. I hoped. Interesting. And people are thinking whether SG will earn money. This portal is going to get them a lot of money. From the high spenders, spoke about Kettle. I'll do a separate video of Goldie and Boots because there's quite a bit over here, so I'm going to end it over there. So first I'll say good luck for getting the hero that you want and also enjoying the bonus. And congratulations if you've already landed it. Cheers.